Well guys, welcome back to the channel, and yeah, the world has gone mad. Just when you think things can't get any worse or any more woke for JK Rowling, and all this back and forth about the comment she made 3 years ago in relation to sex versus gender, it's still happening. This time with JK Rowling, the creator, the crafter and the writer of Harry Potter, the person who just made the wizarding world and everything in it, has now been removed from the Harry Potter exhibition in the Pop Culture Museum in Seattle. Every single reference from the author was taken out because apparently one employee, yes, one single employee, was offended by her views. This employee decided to write a blog post highlighting the concerns they have, which resulted in the museum saying they want to back their underprivileged sections of the LGBTQ community and show their support to those who deserve to have their views attended to, which completely contradicts why they've taken JK out of the exhibition, as her views are her own, which once again highlights the argument of, hey, if you don't agree with us, then we'll remove you from the world because your views are wrong and our views are right, while we argue that we're entitled to protest for the right to speak our opinion. If there was ever a bigger contradiction, please inform me down below. I am so sick of this, like it's still going on. What's happening is that those who really do feel like they're born in the wrong body or misgendered with real concern, and I sympathize with that, it's a serious matter to be in battle with such a struggle. These people are being dragged into the ridiculous fairy tale fantasy genders that others decide they feel like being. So if you want to refer to yourself as eagle or eagle self and kitten self, you do that. But don't expect me to say, you fly high little human who thinks they're a bird. All of those people fall under the LGBTQ blanket. I'm not listing the other 24 letters of the alphabet that have been added onto it on a daily basis and are tarnishing real concerns here. They're going after a woman who has challenged what she feels is a debatable topic on sex versus gender, when the real danger is within the community itself, with people thinking they can identify as animals and objects, or identify as blind, or identify as an amputee. That is what they need to address. So the museum have said that removing JK Rowling is not a long-term solution, but something they've done for now, while determining how to proceed with long-term practices. They say, "We've learned that Rowling was a problem, which is why you'll see all artifacts without any mention of the author. I'm not even talking about separating art from the artist, but giving credit where it's due. Giving credit where it's due. She is the creator of Harry Potter. Every single piece of credit is hers, you absolute donkeys. Seriously, credit where it's due, but we remove the credit from the person who came up with all of this. How hypocritical is that statement? What an embarrassment. It's just cringeworthy. I'm not a lawyer or a solicitor, nor do I have any experience with the laws that deal with removing the creator of a franchise while highlighting their work that they charge money to come and see, along with the other exhibitions. But that seems pretty illegal if you ask me, especially due to the fact that all of it is licensed by Warner Brothers, who JK has a deal with, but still owns 100% of the product as a whole. Now guys, here's where it gets very, very coincidental that this has all happened so recently. The decision to actually go ahead and remove JK Rowling's name from the Harry Potter exhibition came from the museum's executive director, Michelle Y. Smith. Rowling was removed August. Michelle only started her role in March before announcing this decision, a very big decision, and was instrumental in getting this removal in motion, and is also, shockingly, surprisingly, a member of the LGBTQ+ community. Well, isn't that such a huge coincidence? What are the odds that the first major decision of the new museum director was to remove all mention of a woman who offended her community or her as a person? This museum notes the following in addition to their statement, saying, "Currently, there are over 400 bills in 43 separate states as of writing that would restrict or ban gender-affirming healthcare or rights for transgender youth and adults." So that's what the blog post says. And it goes on to say, "These bills affect the health and wellness of transgender individuals throughout our country not just the state where it's occurring. We're left concerned for our transgender siblings and wondering if or when our own existence will be outlawed. So it's pretty clear who's in charge of the museum. Look guys, I always say how I feel, I always call it straight down the middle. If I don't agree with J.K. Rowling, I will say it, I will call her out, and I have before, on other things that she said. And if I don't agree with the other side of the coin, then I say it, and I lose 20,000 subscribers. But that's just how it is. You cannot remove the creator of a world while continuing to display their product. The Nazis invented Fanta, yet you're still all drinking it. I honestly don't know what is going on with the world, guys. Cancel culture is still fighting its way to erase anything it disagrees with completely out of existence. People are actively still trying to get the new Harry Potter TV show cancelled. There was another protest outside the HBO building, which is actually the former HBO building, but someone hasn't told them that HBO have moved out a year ago, so I don't know what's going on with that one. I know the Max reboot of Harry Potter is eagerly anticipated, and I hope that when it finally comes out, everyone can just enjoy their love of Harry Potter with a new take on the story. I'm well aware that people are upset over everything that's happened, and to those people, you're fully entitled to feel the way you're feeling. But why use hate tactics, and in some cases violence, to get your point across? It doesn't make sense. I think we're living in a world where there are two sides, two opinions. It's not only J.K. Rowling that has expressed such opinions, but obviously, because she's in the spotlight, then it comes across tenfold. I know that. You cannot remove an author from her work. It's absolutely ridiculous, and for a museum of such popularity to come out and make such a move, it's ridiculous. There's even a new movement by the project manager Chris Moore, who's pushing the theory that the Harry Potter books must now be referred to as written without an author and should be referred to as authorless books. That is absolutely ludicrous. It's crazy if you ask me, but it highlights the shattered connection between Rowling and her LGBTQ fanbase that was once so strong. Anyway guys, I'll leave it here. All of you who disagree with anything I've got to say, then go ahead and unsubscribe. I really don't care. You're doing it the last 2 years. The channel, as I said, has lost about 20,000 subscribers, 30,000, 40,000. I'm not sure, I've stopped counting. I will keep doing what I'm doing, and that's making Harry Potter content. Now, Daniel Radcliffe has said that he is 100% not returning to Harry Potter whatsoever. He had a lot to say about the reboot in a recent interview, and he wants the role of Harry to be passed on to someone new. Everything that Daniel said is something I've covered recently, so let's continue the chat over on Daniel's video, where I'll reveal everything he said about why he rejected a possible return to Harry Potter. The video is right here on screen, give it a click and we will continue from there.